Hi everyone, I'm Alex Matthews. I'm the farm manager at the New Entry Sustainable Farming Project. I'm going to be talking to you a little bit today about some conservation practices we're implementing on our incubator farm thanks to the support of a USDA conservation and innovation grant. And I'm going to be highlighting the work we're doing with our new Great Plains 606 no-till seed drill, which we were able to purchase through an MDAR acre grant. The idea of no-till implements in general is to disturb the soil surface as little as possible and to really kind of manage your contact with the soil so that you're only disturbing the area exactly where your seed is going. So this specific machine has kind of three different parts that touch the soil. Up here we have this this Fluted Coulter, I think it's called, unless I just made up two words and strung them together. And so this basically is what's going to be cutting into your soil and cutting through any plant material. And that can cut through cover crop residue, that can cut through corn stalks, that can cut through biodegradable plastic, so that instead of needing to, prep your seed bed with a plow or discs or perfecta, you can really just mow whatever was in there last, grains, cover crop, vegetable crop, and this will cut right through it and give your seed an opening in the soil. And the next step along that path are these two little discs, or two pretty big discs, I guess, actually, that run behind these coulters. And so basically what that does is, now that you've kind of cut up whatever organic matter is sitting there, these spin and will kind of open up a tiny furrow for your seed to drop into. And then right behind these discs, these tubes are where the seeds comes down. This is your small seed, this is your regular or large seed. The seed drops right in there into that tiny furrow, and then this press wheel on the back rolls over that furrow and kind of closes the furrow and pushes the seed into the ground. So at the top of the machine we have two different seed boxes with different gearing inside. So this front one is for small seeds, so your clovers, your grasses, stuff like that. Your rate's only going to be kind of a couple pounds per acre because the seeds are so small. And so that feeds down into these little tubes and will drop small grasses and then small seeds. And then this is your calibration crank, so that's kind of how you set the rate. That will determine how wide each of these little cups opens up and lets seed pass through. And then behind that is your main seed box, and this still has some buckwheat in it from the seeding I did last week. And so this is for all your larger grains. This thing has a capacity of about 400 pounds, so you can fill it to the brim and then just go run it. So two different calibrations for the main seed box. You have this over here, which sets your drive chain ratio, so that goes from 1 to 4. And then you have over here the range from 0 to 100. Again, that'll determine kind of how wide each of these little cups gets opened up and help you set the rate that you want to get. You can go, depending on the grain, anywhere from like 0 to 300 pounds per acre. Yeah, and it's very helpful. They've done a lot of the work for you. You have this seed, native grass, and small seed rate charts. So for the buckwheat, for example, it'll tell you have basically the drive types, which is that handle on the right, the 1 through 4, and then you have the seed rate handle setting. So what we're looking for is about 120 pounds per acre, and you always want to go to the one that's kind of closest in the middle range for consistency. And so you can see the range. You get anywhere from 0 to 320 pounds per acre of buckwheat down. We're going for about 120, so I'm going to set my drive type handle to 4, which is where it's at now. My seed rate handle is just about 40, which should be getting me about 118 pounds per acre. And if I'm shooting for 120, that's going to be close enough for me. see that those plates are now fully engaged. And so when I turn this wheel, which is basically how it runs in the field, all that gear is driving. You can actually hear the seed dropping if I stay quiet. Cool.